Hi everyone, Snipe Trading here. Today is Monday, March 15th. I'll be going over my recap for today. So today, I think most of the stocks were shorts, the ones that I traded today, and mostly the inverted cup and handle extension setup. If you haven't know already, I trade two setups. So that is the long setup flag pennant and the extended inverted cup and handle. The animation here, and today I think I mostly use the inverted cup and handle as my main strategy for today, shorting multiple stocks. But if you haven't done so, feel free to hit the subscribe and like button and leave me a comment what you think would like me to go over as like an education video. All right, so let's go over my trades here. So the first trade I made, or the first one I'm going over, will be SOS, which I made 319. So SOS, check that out. So SOS, there was I did two trades here. One was in the morning, and you can see this inverted cup and handle forming, kind of like a wide cup and handle there, and kind of like a smaller one here. So it's kind of like a inverted cup and handle inception. So you can see that when it broke that cup line, inverted cup and handle line, that's where I saw it short. And then I pretty much covered pretty quickly because I only got filled 89 shares out of 1,000 shares. So there was a SSR on, so short sell restriction. So that means you can only short when it's an uptick of the stock. So it's unfortunate, but only got 89 shares, and it pretty much flushed all the way through to VWAP and then tested the 15-minute trend, which was my target. So that is the first trade. I think that was a total of like $12 win there. And then I made most of my winnings here, where I saw it was trailing the 15-minute chart. The gray line is my 15-minute chart. So here is the color coding for each of the lines. So these are all 9 EMAs of the 1 minute chart, or 9 EMAs of the respective time frame, but all in the 1 minute chart. So that during the afternoons, you can see that hourly 9 EMA is extended. So I was looking for an opportunity to short off this trend break. So you can see that trend break there. And then again, same inverted cup and handle, lower highs forming. The break of that trend, that's where I went enter short. I went in a little bit early in the anticipation of this break due to the SSR. So as I was sizing in, initially my initial size was risking prior highs, which was around 820s or so. And then when I saw this topping out, forming a high there, so I started shorting, adding more there for a full position. And then when it started to wash, so it broke that $8 wash, and I took profits at VWAP, which was like a 796. You can see my 796 covers there. And then once it got heavy and couldn't reclaim $8, I went ahead and cover a little bit more for the 790 break, and then reshorted the 790 break when it's breaking there. So ultimately the target was the hourly, which was around 770, 760 area, but I didn't end up holding, so I ended up covering the rest at 782, which was the bottom. So it's good covers. So that was a SOS for a $319 win on there. So my next trade is CHEK. So CHEK. So this one, it was extended, I think, you know, pre-market, and pretty much it was just fading the whole day. And then the hourly is pretty much at 3. So I saw this one was basing at 331 or so. You can see base here. I went ahead and start short here, and then I got some fills at 331, right at that break, and then I covered at 318 for the majority because there was a pretty violent pullback there. And then after that, it went ahead and consolidated back, and I was thinking, after this fell twice here, this double top, I went ahead and tried short again, for the potential bear flag to go lower, but it ended up kind of holding there, and I took it off for a small loss there. So I gave back just a tiny bit of my profits from earlier, but that was a total of $89. Next trade is MNOV. So MNOV, extension. You can see extension, consolidation, pretty much an inverted cup, inverted handle, and then break of that cup line, which was 713. Shorted on pretty much 716 there, and then covered on the 5-minute trend, and pretty much took it off there. There was a chance to re-add on this pop here for, for the VWAP test. That was just a quick $70 there on MNOV. Next trade is NSPR. So NSPR was a quick short. So this is like a sub-dollar stock, and what I saw is pretty much the same pattern. It was breaking this 92.1 cents there, and I was trying to look for a 2-cent target to the 90s, which is the 5-minute 90 EMA. Pretty much I shorted that 5,000 shares and covered pretty much on average the 90s and 74. Pretty bounce off it, and kind of consolidated and attempted to break over that, break over the prior support there as resistance, and it held a little flag and kind of squeezed a little bit before going lower. So that's NSPR. So quick $51. Next trade is Macy's. Macy's had a 5-minute trend. It was breaking high of day here, and then once I saw that break fail, I was looking for a trend line break and an inverted cup and handle to short off. So there you go. Took that short there at that 2083 break, and then just covered along the way. Ultimately, the 15-minute was the target. It bounced right off it. And yeah, it's a quick $41 there on M. And then my last trade was AMC. So AMC, I was actually up on this, and I gave it away a bit. Overall, it was a break-even trade. So I saw this flag here fell, and then I was looking for a trend line break, inverted cup and handle, short, covered. I was pretty much unrealized 100. I actually took some profit there, and I end up sizing, hoping for the continuation downtrend for this 15-minute break line. I end up breaking this flag again, and I end up covering there, and it went higher. So just make sure to respect your stops and stop out before you get a bigger loss. But pretty much this part was a win, and then I sized in a little more, expecting kind of like a wash on the 15-minute chart to the hourly, but end up holding up and squeezing me out there. But it was a $2 loss on AMC. So that's all my trades for today. And if you enjoy the content or you would like to trade along with me, I stream each morning, roughly about an hour or so in the morning before I hit my day job. But if you haven't, if you want to trade alongside with me, I do have I just started a Discord, so feel free to join in here. I go over kind of my thought process on a few of my trades that I do offline when I'm not streaming. But yeah, so pretty much the SOS I mentioned up here, kind of my game plan on what I do. So feel free to join and share your ideas there. So I just started that server yesterday. Yeah, so that's all I have for today. If you haven't done so, feel free to hit the subscribe and like button and give me any suggestion to improve my videos. Thank you. See you tomorrow.